Hello, welcome back to my channel Kari's Knits. My name is Kari and you are watching my second knitting podcast episode, which is super exciting. Also, I'm sorry, it's been a while. I think it's been like 5 weeks and I didn't even get a lot done in those 5 weeks, but I've been pretty busy actually, like with uni stuff and with some organizing and stuff like that, because I'm a little spoiler. I'm not gonna be in Munich from September on for 3 months because I'm doing a semester abroad in Italy, to be exact. I'm so excited. I better come back to Germany speaking Italian fluently. So I've been studying Italian for 2 years now. So I would say I can converse. I understand a lot. I mean, the talking part is always kind of like an issue because I've been studying Italian through my university course, and obviously we are a bunch of people and the course is only 1.5 hours long, and obviously you can't just be talking all the time. So there's not really that much time to have conversations and stuff like that and to practice Italian. So yeah, I'm just hoping that that's going to change when I'm in Italy and have to talk in Italian. So yeah, super exciting. So there's gonna be some videos I'm going to Venice basically. And yeah, maybe I'll do some nice little vlogs or stuff like that, because who doesn't want to see pictures and videos of Venice? I mean, hello. But yeah, basically these are like the reasons why it has taken me so long to film a new video. And also the other issue is that I do not live alone, and you will not catch me making a video when someone else is here. So I have to wait until I'm home alone to film videos, and that's just not always working out because, I mean, obviously I have to go through life as well and can't just stay at home all the time. So yeah, oftentimes I'm home when someone else is home, and like I said, I will not be filming videos when anyone is here except for my cat. He's okay. He can listen to me, but anyone else, no, it's just no. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about this. I can't. No, that would be too embarrassing. No. But yeah, I now have a time slot for filming. So I would say let's get started. Shall we? Little disclaimer, this is going to be a very short video, like very short, because I only have 2 finished objects and then I only have 1 work in progress and I have no acquisitions whatsoever. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a quick one, nice and easy, but I mean, that's nice sometimes as well. I personally do prefer watching longer knitting podcasts just because I tend to knit myself when I'm watching them and I don't want to disrupt my knitting flow by having to switch around from video to video when they are short. But you know, sometimes what can I do? I mean, I could talk to you for an hour, but I don't think it's going to be about knitting. Then, like, I mean, 20 minutes would maybe be about knitting and the rest would be about other stuff. So yeah, I mean, I've been talking for almost 5 minutes and I haven't even started with the knitting part. Okay, so knitting podcast episode number 2. Yeah, I'm just going to go in the usual order. So I'm gonna start with the finished objects, and then I'm going to show you my work in progress, and I think in the end I'm going to insert a few pictures of my cat because he's sleeping somewhere and I don't think he's gonna come out. But I have some very, very cute pictures of him that I really want to share with you. So stick till the end because that's when I will insert the pictures. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing is actually not what I have in my hand. The first thing that I finished is this top here. It is the, well, modified Sabai top number 2 slanted version by Susanne Müller or Paula Strickt. Yeah, what can I say about this one? I loved the idea of this top. I do not love how it turned out. I'm so sad because this could have been so nice, but it just isn't. So I'm going to insert pictures, obviously, so you can see what everything is looking like when it's worn. But basically, I have several issues with this one. So the first issue is, so if you watched my first knitting podcast, you already know what my problem was. But basically, for some reason, the yarn decided to slant, like extremely. So when I was knitting this up, this whole top was like leaning to the side and it looked so weird. And I was just like, okay, it's probably going to go away with blocking. And it did go away a bunch, but it didn't go away fully. So that's like the first issue that I have with it. It is still very slanted, which you probably can see from afar, but the closer you get, my God, look at this. Look at this. It's still leaning to the side. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, especially because the ribbing is straight. I don't know why. What happened? What happened? I think it is because of the yarn choice. At least someone commented that. They said that when it's like a one-ply yarn or something, that the fabric tends to slant to one direction. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I just know that it's slanted and that I don't like it this way. So yeah, it is what it is. Second thing that I don't like about this is the size. I don't know, I probably should have made it in a size extra large, I guess. It is very narrow, like here, you know. And the thing is, it does look good if that's the style you were going for, but that wasn't what I was looking for. I wanted a top that was like, you know, a little bit sneaky off the shoulder looking out, poking out, which just isn't happening with this one because it's way too tight up here. And then also I wanted the top to be pretty loose around here so that you have this kind of snatching effect with the ribbing. And that just didn't happen because it was the wrong size. Also, I always have gauge issues, as you probably already know if you watched my first video. So yeah, I should have gone up a few more sizes, and then I think it would have been probably nicer. I do like the decreasing that I made, so I basically just knit for a while and then wait, let me show you. And then I started doing, can you see? I started doing decreases like down here, and I think it looks pretty nice. And the decreases were more than enough, so it, a little noise, something fell. Yeah, I do think the ribbing part is sitting nicely, but yeah, just the whole top is an issue. Also, it would have been nicer if I had made the ribbing even longer, which I obviously didn't. And since I don't like the top that much anyways, I don't think I'm going to fix this. The next issue I have with this, I have so many issues with this, I can't. I love the yarn and I love the way it feels and I do love the fabric, but it just isn't working with this construction. I think the ribbing is the issue because when I'm wearing this, there's like folds, lines, kind of, I don't know, it just creates this weird, like this, you know? I'm gonna insert a picture of me wearing it and then you're gonna be able to see what I'm talking about. But yeah, basically it's just creating these folds and lines that just don't look nice. Yeah, which also just makes me not like the top so much. I do love the color. Like I said, I love the idea of it and I do actually like the yarn, but it's just not working in this one. I think you could make a pretty cool t-shirt out of the yarn or like a sweater or something like that, but if it's something that's like gonna get tight fitting down here, it's just gonna make weird folds. And I don't like that. I don't like that. So yeah, these are the issues I have with this top. So if you want to make this, I would probably go up a few sizes and I wouldn't use the yarn that I used. So basically I used a cotton alpaca mix. I think it's like 70% cotton and 30% alpaca. And yeah, the color is beautiful. It's the color 27 Chipmunk. But like I said, it's just not working with this one. I think it would have been fine if I had used like a merino or something like that. Just something with a wool content. That would have made this a lot stretchier and then maybe I could have blocked it out in a nicer way. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just not that happy with this one. But yeah, it's my own fault. It's my own fault. What can I say? But yeah, just a few information about the top. It is the, like I said, Sabai top by Susanne Müller. I knit this with 3.5 and 4.5 millimeter needles. I personally had a gauge of 21 stitches and 26 rows. And the recommended gauge is 20 stitches and 28 rows. So I was off gauge actually, so that probably also didn't help with the fit around here. But yeah, it is what it is. You have to make mistakes sometimes. What can I say? I mean, by now, this is the only thing that I'm probably not going to wear. I love everything else that I have made up until now. So yeah, I think it's okay. It's okay. You can have a fail sometimes. It's all right. I will be trying to style this, but I don't think it's going to work out. But yeah, we will see. I will keep you updated with this one. It is super soft though. I really love how this feels. So sad. A tragedy, if you ask me. A tragedy. Yeah, also I made the, I think I already said that, I made the version number 2 with like the raw edging, which I thought looked really nice. But yeah. Be gone. Oh, so sad. But it's okay, it didn't take me that long to knit this up. To be honest, if that had been a sweater or something else, that would have taken me, I don't know, 3 weeks to finish, and where I would have put sweat and tears and hard work into it, I think my reaction would be different. But it's okay. It's okay. Next one. I'm actually excited about this one. It is the knot top. I have finally finished this top. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Again, I'm gonna put in some pictures. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. I am so happy I made this, even though I hated the process. Hated with a strong H. But yeah, wait, let me show you what it's looking like. I mean, it doesn't look like that much. Like I said, I'm gonna blend in pictures of me wearing it. But this is basically what we are working with. It is this beautiful backless top with a knot detail and two straps that you know, oh, it kind of looks like a tie now, that you put around your neck. And as I've said, this is just beautiful. This is a great pattern. If you want a sexy, nice top that nobody else has, knit this. Even though it was a pain in the ass. God, I'm getting flashbacks. I can't. Because basically this top is knitted on 3mm needles. And the yarn is obviously extremely small as well. And it's just taking ages, especially because in order to knit 1 centimeter, a single centimeter, you have to do like 5 rows. Oh my god. And you start by knitting the body, so you have all of the stitches. So you work bottom up basically. So you have all the stitches that you need, and it just takes ages because, I mean, you have to knit for a while. Like these are, I don't know, 20, 23, 25 centimeters. Oh my god. Just for reference, I started this top on April 26th, and I finished this top July 16th. It almost took me 3 months to finish this, which is absolutely crazy in my opinion. I'm usually a fairly quick knitter because I'm usually a very monogamous knitter. So if I'm knitting a sweater, best believe I'm going to knit this up in 2 weeks and then it's done. And I'm not doing anything else. I'm just doing this one sweater just because I want to wear the stuff that I make, and I don't want to have to wait for like 2 or 3 months until it's finished just because I have like 10 other projects going on. Which is not the case for my summer knits. I don't mind having a few more works in progress, just because it usually doesn't take that long to knit something summer related, because you usually don't have sleeves and it's usually not that long. And since I prefer more tight-fitting things for summer tops, you usually don't have that many stitches, but obviously you're also going to size down with the needle sizes and stuff like that. So yeah, it just takes a while anyway. But yeah, basically, no, what did I want to say? I steered away from what I from what I actually wanted to say. What was I? What's happening? Oh yeah, I'm usually a monogamous knitter, so yeah, I'm pretty quick with knitting. But with this one, I stopped knitting it for a while because I just couldn't look at this anymore. I was really sick of it. So in the meantime, I knitted my blouse number 1, and then I did this one, the Sabai top. And yeah, I finally brought myself to finishing this, and I'm so happy that I did, because basically I was already halfway done with one strap, but I think it took me 3 weeks to do one strap, and then it took me 2 days to do the next one, because I was just like, okay girl, you have to get your together and just knit so that this is off the needles. And I'm so happy it is. Not just because it's off the needles, because I don't want to work on it anymore, but because this, as I've said, it is beautiful. I'm not going to talk about the construction of this anymore because I have already talked about this twice. Ugh. I'm sorry. I think it's a... I'm back. Jesus. The doorbell is so unbelievably loud. My goodness. But yeah, I got a package. It's nothing knitting related. I ordered a new bag because I only have one bag that I use daily for like transporting my laptop and stuff like that, because it's the only one my laptop fits into. So I was like, okay, you need a new one. You need a new one, and I got it, and it's beautiful. To be honest, I think I'm gonna show you. Wait. I'm back. So this is the bag. I think it's... Oh, you have like a clasp situation going on here. Look, it's so cute. Obviously there's straps, but yeah, it's gorgeous, and I'm pretty sure my laptop's gonna fit in there. I at least hope. If not, I have a nice black bag. I don't have a black bag. Who doesn't have a black bag? Me? Well, no, now I do. Okay, whatever. So I was talking about this one. I was talking about not going into the construction part because I have already talked about this twice. So yeah, you can watch my first podcast or my summer pattern roundup if you want, because there I explain how you basically do this. Also, I didn't modify this one at all. I just, well, I did kind of. I shortened the straps. She was like, okay, I don't know, knit the straps for like 60 centimeters. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm already tired of this. I'm not going to knit a strap for 60 centimeters and then do the other one as well. I wasn't doing that. So I shortened this by like 20 centimeters. It's just 40 centimeters long, but I think it's enough. I don't think it looks weird. I think there's more than enough strap going on here in the back. But yeah, my god, it is so pretty. As I've said, I'm going to insert pictures, but this is basically... Oh my god, she's Gorgina. Gorgina. But yeah, this is my second finished object, and I couldn't be happier about having finished this, because this took years of my life that I won't be getting back, but it's okay. Sometimes it happens. At least this one is a success. Not a fail like the other one. But yeah. Next one, which is my work in progress, my sole only work in progress, but it's fine. So you might remember me saying that with this yarn here, which is the Hobby Friends Cotton Silk in the color Bordeaux, that I basically said I was going to make the Sabai top by Susanne Müller again, but without modifications, and the version with like the ribbing around the neck, not the raw edges. Yeah, I didn't do that. I don't know, just because this one was so unsuccessful, I was like, no, I don't want to knit the Sabai top again. So I decided to make something else. I decided to make a top that wasn't even on my summer knitting pattern roundup, but I don't know, I just kind of saw it and was like, I want to make this, even though I have seen it already. I think Katie Snooks made this one. I think she's the only one I've seen it on, but yeah, I never really was planning on doing this one, but for some reason I saw the yarn, I saw the top, and I saw a vision. I had a vision. So yeah, I am making the Genie top by, wait, let me look, I don't know who it is from, by Milena Juhola. I'm sorry if I butchered any names. This is gorgeous. This is such a cute top. It is both cute and also kind of sexy, sultry, because you have like this key detail here, and it just looks really nice. And this in a red color, oh yeah. I've already seen some project pictures of people making this in like red tones, and it just looks amazing. So yeah, I had to do this one as well. And this one is a bottom-up knit. So you basically cast on the stitches you need, do a little bit of ribbing, and then you just work in the round, which for this one is going by super quickly. I started this 2 days ago, and I didn't really consistently knit on this because I have a lot of essays, well, not really essays, like thesis papers that I have to do for uni, so most of my time spent on that. But yeah, this one, it is super quick, and I love the color. Look at it. Also, it's matching my lipstick, which is so cute. Hello. Yeah, like I said, Genie top, gorgeous eyelet, not eyelet detail, keyhole detail, both in the front and in the back. And I'm not at the point yet where I'm gonna do the keyhole thingy, so I don't quite know how it's constructed yet. But I've seen some project pictures where this part is lower, and then where it's, well, not so low. I would like it to be lower. So yeah, I'm hoping that that there's like modifications for that. I don't know if you heard that. I think it's my cat making noise under the bed. I don't know. But yeah, basically a few information about this top. Like I said, it's the Genie top, and you have a gauge of 18 stitches in 24 rows, and it is worked on 3.5mm needles and 4.5mm needles. So 3.5mm needles for the ribbing basically, and 4.5mm needles for the rest. And it comes in sizes 1 through 9 and is available in English. I'm pretty sure my gauge is not the same. I didn't do a gauge swatch, which I should do because I always knit off gauge. But for this one, I thought, because in the sample pictures, the top is like pretty loose down here, and as I've said, I really like tops that are tight fitting. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna do a gauge swatch. I'm just gonna knit size small. Am I doing size small? No, I'm doing the size extra small, the smallest size, well, size 1. And then it's gonna be even tighter because my gauge is most definitely not the gauge as in the sample, as she recommends. But yeah, like I said, I don't mind that. I like it when it's tight. And the thing with this yarn is that it is pretty stretchy. I mean, okay, obviously here, because of the cast on, it's not extremely stretchy, but it's gonna go over my body. And yeah, here it's obviously, it is very stretchy. So I like that, and I do want it to be tight fitting. I'm not really going to do, well, I'm not planning on doing any modifications except for probably knitting the body a bit longer, just because I'm a tall gal. I am 1.78 meters, or I think 5'10", 5'11" inches. I don't know what it's like in inches. But yeah, I'm tall. So obviously I have a torso that is also longish. So yeah, I do want this to be a little bit longer, just for it to like cover up my belly button. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the process so far. It's super easy, it's super quick, it's a bottom-up knit. And then you basically, when you have the desired length, you are going to split into 4 equal parts and knit them separately so that you have, like I said, the keyhole detail. And when that's done, you do an I-cord for like the tie stuff around here. Maybe I will do a modification because I was thinking I don't really want to do an I-cord. I could just crochet the strap, the string, whatever, because it's much faster. It also looks great, and yeah, I like crocheting, so why actually not? But yeah, we will see. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not there yet anyways, so yeah. This is the Genie top. I can't get over this color. It is so pretty. Gorgeous. I love it. But yeah, guys, that's it. Such a quick video. Yeah, I hope you had fun anyways watching it, even though it wasn't long. And yeah, what can I say? Well, no, I do actually want to say something else. I just wanted to thank all of you because you guys are crazy. I've said it in my summer roundup pattern video, but I will say it again. You guys are absolutely crazy. And I love it. You guys are so insanely sweet in the comments with like helping me and stuff like that. I'm just overwhelmed by all of the kindness that you are putting out into the world. It's just really great, and yeah, I don't know, it's just crazy. I mean, about 11,000 people have watched my first knitting podcast, which is crazy. I can't. It's just, as I've said, it is crazy. Also, I've hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is also insane. Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for all the tips about like my knitting and stuff like that. Oh, also, no, I'm not quite finished yet. So, I mentioned having gauge issues in my first podcast, because usually my my stitches, yeah, my stitches are wait. Oh, it's always so confusing. Is it too tight? Is it too loose? So basically, it takes me more stitches to get to 10 centimeters when you do a gauge swatch. Okay? But then my row gauge, it takes me less rows to get to the row gauge, which is because I twist my stitches. I did know that I was doing something differently, because I did notice that my knit fabric always looks a bit different, but I didn't know it was twisted stitches. I just never stopped doing it like that because I really like the way it looks. I think it makes everything look very neat and kind of machine knit. But yeah, a lot of people have pointed out that that is basically the reason for my gauge issues, which of course isn't that great. So I thought about it and I was like, okay, I'm going to knit the untwisted way now. And I started knitting this one as you would normally without twisting your stitches. But I ripped it back and I twisted my stitches. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like the habit of seeing my knits in a twisted way, but I didn't like the normal way. I just think this looks neater. In my opinion. I hope I'm not insulting anyone because your knits look amazing. I just personally, there's just something about twisted stitches that I really, really enjoy, especially like the ribbing. It looks so neat. And when I look at like pictures of people doing like a normal ribbing, it just looks a bit more over the place. Ugh, I don't want to sound rude. Oh my God. I think you know what I mean. It's just neater, in my opinion. It's my opinion. Do you know that meme? So yeah, I have decided to risk having gauge issues, but having a fabric that I really enjoy. So yeah, I will continue twisting my stitches going on from now, even though it means that I will always have to deal with a different gauge. But that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. So yeah, just wanted to add this as well, just in case there are some recurring watchers who are wondering why I am still twisting my stitches when I know that twisting my stitches is not good for the gauge. Yeah, just preference. Yeah. Okay, so I am done now. I'm going to blend in pictures of my cat. Here, here, here. And yeah, I wish you a very nice week. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to upload this. Probably Wednesday or Thursday. One of those days. And yeah, happy knitting. And I'm hoping to see you soon again. Bye, love you.